I wonder if they've been hoarding gold up there as well. Well, commodity prices did take somewhat of a breather overnight after that monster rally we witnessed all week, though. Traders playing it safe ahead of the US jobs report due out tonight. Gold pulling back, and you can see the spot price 1,336 on the charts. As for futures, indicating 1,335, slightly lower than where the spot price is sitting. Joining us now from Sydney is Jonathan Barratt, Managing Director, Commodity Broking Services. Jono, we keep watching these records day in, day out. Some people are telling us they're taking profits at these levels. Do you think that's a wise strategy?
Karen, yeah, I think it is. I think given the volatility that we're seeing and just the one-way traffic, and when we see gold pass in some of our own valuations, we start to feel that gold's perhaps run a little bit far too fast. So at this stage, I think it's the right time to take some profits off the table. We had a good high. One thing we did notice, which was quite interesting, the SPDR fund in America, the Gold Trust, for the first time in as many months, we saw a profit taking of close to 12 tonnes. Now, we normally don't see a lot of action there, but for the first time we've seen a lot of gold come off, and we can only assume that it's profit taking.
John, I guess the other factor is that if you look at the action in the options markets, that's all suggesting an imminent pullback as well. How sharp is any correction going to be?
I think, Sharif, from my experience, particularly in commodities which run very, very fast one way, the corrections become very short, very sharp. You can see sort of 1360 was the high, we're at 1332 now. And you can probably see a short, sharp correction back down to 1300, because the market now will be trying to trap in those profits, trying to want to say, look, we've had a good run, let's try and capture those profits and book them. So you often find in commodities which have had very, very good runs that these corrections, and we term them corrections at the moment, and no change of trend yet, but they're fast and furious, and probably see it come back to around about 1300 before we find some form of support, because that realistically is where the support is at the moment.
Is 1300 a good area to start accumulating?
It's an area to keep an eye on. That's what it is. You've got to see the market come down to that level, and then you've got to see some price adjustment. You've got to see a little bit of volatility to help conclude to us that in fact it is an area of good support. So it can reach it, it might go below 1300, but if you get about a week, a couple of trading sessions around there, then you can see that it's support and up she can go.
John, I'm just going to squeeze this one in very quickly. How do you position ahead of payrolls, ahead of G7, IMF and the World Bank meetings on Friday?
I think if the market on gold, because it's particularly long, I think I'll probably be taking profits off the table. It's going to be a volatile night, so just secure profits and just sit back and see what the number comes in at. If it's low, more stimulus support gold. But at the moment, I think we're going for a tight correction in some of the commodities.
Okay, thanks for summing it up for us. Jonathan Barratt joining us here on Squawk Box.